So I'm not like Japan pilled. I'm not like Nippon pilled. I'm not fucking weebing out because Japan itself has a lot of issues. Okay. I really, really, really wanted to. I really want to talk to that degrowth communist Japanese Marxist author. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna probably email him because like I am fascinated, and I would love to talk to some Japanese commies about like what the fuck's going on and how this shit works. Because every single thing that I have seen thus far, every single thing that I experienced thus far, it's not necessarily that they're like working really hard. They do. But it feels like Japan in and of itself is a hyper-nationalistic, incredibly xenophobic, hyper-capitalist society that somehow has made things work, right? And the way they have made things work, like all aspects of society operates. And you would not, and in a way that it would never operate in the United States of America. Now, is it because they're racist? Is it because they're xenophobic? Of course not. Is it because they have a sense of national identity? Maybe. Okay. It is, however, because of centuries of really aggressive cultural attitudes that are instilled upon them. And that cultural attitude is collectivism. Okay. That's it. It's literally collectivism ingrained into every facet of your existence, from birth all the way to fucking death, where there is, old ladies are cleaning the fucking streets for no reason. You got old ladies waking up at 5 a.m. and just like brushing the side of the street to make sure that like the street is clean. Like there's a sense of ownership over every facet of existence. Maybe that sense of ownership isn't even real. That sense of ownership is instilled through a collectivist nationalist identity, okay? But there is a sense of ownership over your own space. Now, this is inherently a socialist concept, okay? Hey, speaking of racism, when do you next plan to patronize Gideon? I honestly think that you were out of your depth on that one. They're back. We got... Our guys are back, dude. I love that. Gideon is someone I talk to frequently who literally will sometimes hit me up when he makes videos to be like, hey, what did you think about that? And meanwhile, this guy is still operating on the idea that like I am, I was racist to Gideon or something. Anyway, get better, chatter. I want you to get better. I want you to do better. I want you to get better. I hope you will be happy one day, just like I am. So, that collectivist identity is the underpinning of a lot of Japanese works like One Piece that people often conflate with generic friendship. Yes. So, yeah, Kohei Saito is the person who I want to reach out to talk to. This is the guy. He wrote about, degrowth communism. I mean, he's like popping off in Japan because I think Japan is entering an era where the new generation is basically just like looking for things to work, because things, if you are a younger Japanese person, does not work for you in the same way that it did for prior generations. Japan genuinely has a massive problem with the aging population, and they are looking for any solution whatsoever. And that's why you hear kooky ideas like old people should just fucking kill themselves, which is a serious, very popular Japanese Yale economist idea. When you got old people genocide, when you think about old people genocide as like an option, and like the youth are listening to that, well, that's kind of scary. Opinion on 55% inheritance tax is incredible. It's incredible. It is actually good. Degrowth is in cooling down the hyperwork attitude, like you can't/don't work, you useless. No, degrowth is more like we have too many things and we should just focus on things that we need and focus on sharing and not creating new commodities all the fucking time, because it's like destroying the planet, which there is truth to. But I do like useless commodities. So Kohei Saito is one guy. He is the degrowth communist guy. And then the other Yale economist that I was talking about is the other end of that spectrum, who's like, let's just, get all the old people to kill themselves. You know? What is your perspective on their birth rate issues? It's a very common problem for any developed nation. America will have those issues. America is like basically America, if it didn't have a steady flow of immigration into the country, would have that exact same issue. The only reason why America doesn't have the same exact issues with Japan is because immigration. What the fuck? That was scary. People can't afford to have children or are too busy to working to have some. Anyway, I